As you can imagine, if Tupac's murderer was ever caught, he wouldn't be treated with kid gloves, but would finally pay one hell of a price for killing the icon who left such a legacy. Tupac's unsolved murder has been left hanging for a whole 27 years. Putting the killer away permanently would definitely be the prosecutor's goal. Well, guess what? Keefe D just got that, and from the looks of things, he is most likely going to spend the rest of his days behind bars. Keep watching till the end of this video to see breaking news. Keefe D sentenced forever. Trust me, you don't want to miss this.
Before we get into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to the #1 celebrity jeweler, the Ice Champ. The Ice Champ is doing a special deal for the next 24 hours on diamond watches, chains, and more. Follow at the Ice Champ on Instagram now.
Keefe D's dark arrest. Keefe D is one of the last living witnesses to the fatal 1996 drive-by shooting of Tupac Shakur in Las Vegas. Nearly 3 decades after Tupac Shakur was gunned down near the Las Vegas Strip, police finally arrested Dwayne Keefe D. Davis on September 29th in connection to the shooting. It marked the first ever arrest in the investigation into Tupac's murder. The development came a little over 2 months after police raided the home of Keefe's wife. Las Vegas police said at the time that they were searching the house as part of the ongoing Tupac Shakur homicide investigation. A Nevada grand jury indicted Keefe D in the killing, prosecutors announced in court. Chief Deputy District Attorney Mark DeGiacomo said a grand jury had been seated in the case for several months prior to the arrest. DeGiacomo described Keefe as the on-ground, on-site commander who ordered the death of Tupac. "I know a lot of people have been watching and waiting for this day. Tupac Shakur is a music legend, and for a long time, this community and worldwide have been wanting justice for Tupac. Today, we are taking that first step," Clark County District Attorney Steve Wolfson said at a police press conference. The charge was revealed hours after Keefe D was arrested while on a morning walk near his home, according to DeGiacomo. Keefe D has long been known to investigators and has himself in interviews and in his 2019 tell-all memoir, Compton Street Legend, that he was in the Cadillac from where the gunfire erupted during the September 1996 drive-by shooting. Jason Johansson, the police department's homicide lieutenant, said the murder was a retaliatory attack after a conflict between 2 gangs based in Compton, California. Tupac and Suge Knight, the former CEO of Death Row Records, were affiliated with the Mob Piru gang in Compton, while Keefe was affiliated with the Southside Compton Crips, according to Johansson. How Keefe D killed Tupac. Keefe D wasn't arrested for the murder of Tupac Shakur until September 29, but his alleged involvement in the shooting was hardly news. Keefe was identified by police as a suspect shortly after the killing, even though he wasn't charged. Following the 2018 series Death Row Chronicles on BET, which featured some of Keefe D's first public comments on the shooting, Las Vegas police decided to review the case. Police later said upon Keefe D's arrest that this and the following interviews led to his being charged. Keefe D first spoke about his involvement in the shooting with Los Angeles police in 2008 when seeking immunity in a PCP ring case. His confession was later reported in the 2011 book Murder Rap by Greg Kading, a former detective in the case. Keefe D told investigators that his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson, shot Tupac from the car they were in. "If they would have drove on my side, I would have popped them," Keefe D added. The gun was a .40 caliber Glock, he said, that was kept in a secret compartment in the armrest. "I ain't never told nobody that story, man," he claimed. Keefe D said that Sean Diddy Combs ordered the hit, allegedly telling him, "Man, I want to get rid of them dudes," referring to Tupac and Suge Knight. In his 2019 memoir, Compton Street Legend, Keefe D provided more details about claims he had previously told police. He wrote of an alleged meeting with Diddy at Greenblatt's Deli on the Sunset Strip, where Puffy supposedly requested the hit on Tupac and Suge Knight. "Like a lion on the Serengeti, I'm able to smell and see fear," Keefe wrote. Puffy was full of fear. Keefe D wrote that he apparently told Diddy that's not a problem. He also claimed that Tupac's song Hit 'Em Up angered the Southside Crips too, because Tupac allegedly said, "If you want to be down with bad boys, then f you too." Keefe D goes on to describe getting a .40 caliber Glock from a man named Zip. They planned to go to Club 662 for a Death Row after-party where Tupac was supposed to be performing that night. He wrote that he first planned to confront Knight, whom he had known for a long time. Keefe later told detectives that he and Puff had discussed a $1 million deal to kill both Tupac and Suge Knight, who were feuding with Diddy's Bad Boy Records at the time. Keefe also said that Diddy's order to kill Tupac and Suge Knight was because he was scared that they would attack the Bad Boys Entertainment crew first. But on the night of the shooting, the Southside Crips were honoring their tradition of going to Las Vegas to watch Mike Tyson fight. After the fight, Keefe and the Crips planned to meet in the cafe at the MGM Grand Casino, but Baby Lane, his nephew, didn't show up. Just days earlier, one of the Southside Crips had stolen a death row chain from a death row associate at the Lakewood Mall in California, and Tupac had allegedly been part of the group that attacked Baby Lane in retaliation. Keefe D claimed this made the hit on Tupac all the more urgent. When conversations would come up about a $1 million bounty on the heads of Suge Knight and Tupac Shakur, that was business, he wrote. But after Tupac, Suge, and them death row Nick jumped on my nephew Baby Lane, the shit became ominously personal. Keefe D showed little remorse in writing about the alleged killing. The moral of the story? Real gangsters are nothing to f with, he wrote. He then went on to call the shooting another day at the office and wrote that Tupac's death was collateral damage. Shortly after publishing Compton Street Legend, Keefe D spoke about his personal life and the Tupac shooting with DJ Vlad. He didn't elaborate on many of the book's details, often responding with some version of, "Let them read about it." When asked about who in the car shot Tupac, he replied, "I'm not going to go into details on that one. Keep the streets, homie." When Vlad read a passage about the moment the shooting began, Keefe D said, basically, yeah. Keefe D never claimed to have pulled the trigger. That's said to be his nephew, Orlando Baby Lane Anderson. Anderson was allegedly in the back of the Cadillac with Keefe D and two other Southside Crips on the night of the shooting. Evidence showing Keefe D as the killer. The Las Vegas Metro Police Department stated in a warrant that several .40 caliber bullets were retrieved from the home of 60-year-old Keefe D, and that forensic experts would test the bullets to see if they were linked to the shooting death of Tupac Shakur. A Vegas police source claimed that the bullets would be tested with the definite purpose of revealing whether they had any link to the bullets found in Tupac's body. Microfibers or residue from the weapon or the bullets could prove to be a link, the source added. There is no information yet on the history of the bullets, how old they are, or their significance, and it will take some time to assess how the bullets play a role in this case. The source added that the search warrant was executed because investigators felt they would be able to assemble enough information that could lead to an arrest or indictment in the long unsolved case. Now it has been revealed that the bullets found at the residence were connected to Tupac's murder. Las Vegas police also seized various other items at Keefe D's home during their search, including computers, hard drives, and photos